This is Villa 9 in Bangour Village Hospital. This is a villa that is said to be haunted. When I was working here, I knew staff that had worked in the building, and they used to say chairs would stack themselves. The lift would operate by itself as well. As you can see, it's in a sad state of repair now. I think this is one of the villas they're planning to pull down. Across the way is part of the administration block, hospital management, plus Villa 1 and 2, where my gran actually passed away in Villa 1. And I don't know if you can see, that there is Villa 10. That used to be the day hospital. I think it's starting to collapse inside as well, but hopefully they'll save that. This pile of rubble, it was Villa 32. It used to be called Fir Park View. Obviously it was demolished. I had asbestos in the building and that, so they had to make it safe before they demolished it. I'm pretty sure when Drumshoreland House closed, I moved to Bangour General in P block, which was the old medical block. When Bangour General closed, they moved them down here to Villa 32, which is obviously, you can see, no longer with us. This is part of Villas 4, 5 and 6. I'll show you the front of it when we go round. This is the road that used to lead up. You can see the wee house on the right and the pile of rubble in the background. When I get a bit closer, they fenced it off so I can't get right up there. That used to be the adolescent unit at Bangour Village. As you can see, there's a fair bit of the building collapsed at the back here. It's a sorry state of repairs. There was another villa further round where these trees are in front of us, but it's been long since demolished as well. Now this is the front of Villa 4, 5 and 6. This is where they filmed The Jacket by Adrian Brody and Keir Knightley, and that was only in 2006, I believe. Now it's under construction, and hopefully they'll keep it. But unfortunately vandals came in about 2 months ago and wrecked a lot of the buildings inside, which is very sad. As we turn round, we can see the church, which is there, and that is the back of the admin block, Villas 1 and 2. And this wee hut, I don't know if you can make it out, this was where the fire training school was, where the staff would come up and be lectured on safety procedures. This is the nurses' home. This is where I was based for about 5 years, living and working in the village. As you can see, it's part Victorian, part Edwardian. This is the Victorian part of the building. You can probably see up there the vandals had been in, smashing up the place. Very sad. I did stay in this part of the building for a short period of time. In fact, my room was room 99, as I remember. Pretty sure that one in the shadow in the corner there was my room. I also stayed in the other part of the building at the back. This is the back of the nurse's home. That's the fire exit. You can see where the duct was for the extractor fan. It's because they were at the back here, past this door, it's all bricked up now. That was the entrance to the kitchens inside the nurse's home. And there was a staff dining room in here. This is the car park, it's well overgrown now. And I'll show you where my room was. She's up in the corner. That was my room. It's room 25. I was in there the longest. Take a wee walk round the front of the building now. When I stayed here, there was obviously the general hospital when I first moved in was still open, and I used to work up there. And I'd come out of the building, cross the road here, and it's well overgrown now, but where the lamppost was, there was a little path up there that would take you around the back of the woods and bring you out at the top of the cottages next to the general hospital. You see, it's pretty much been wrecked. Very sad. Coming to the front entrance of it. This was the front entrance of the nurse's home. That there was Mrs. Baxter's office. The floor above, with the window there, that was the sitting room. And these three windows on the first floor, the middle one there, in fact it was the end one that's boarded up, that's room 33. This is where I stayed when I lived here as well. This is the Edwardian part of the village nurse's home. Out. See, a lot of the windows in this front part have been smashed, things thrown out of it. Makes me so angry. I made good friends here and worked and lived here. This was my home for about 5 years. The other one at the top there, that's room 104. I stayed in that and 105. It's a bit like a chapel. As you can see, apparently this is a part of the nurse's home they're going to demolish, which is a real shame. That's the male living room up there. We used to play Pavilion, card games. Not a lot else to do here, right enough. But all good friends. And we'll have another wee look round at the church. Here it is. Apparently they broke into that. I hope they didn't do too much damage, but the church was getting used once a year for Remembrance Day, because it was obviously built for the soldiers who were brought here during the First and Second World War, when Bangour was the war hospital. So hopefully we can restore that if there is any damage and get it back up and running. Be good to see. Now this is a path out of the nurses' home, heading down towards the church and Villa 7. You will be seeing in a wee second. The RST unit was in there. Clothes peg, I think, was in the nurses' home. See 7 coming into view now. Of course, the church. Back to Villa 7, everything's well overgrown. Grounds used to be beautiful. Had a fleet of gardeners who used to attend to the place. Fortunately it's just been left to overgrow. I think most of the floors inside Villa 7 have collapsed now. So we come down to the junction. It's Villa 7, Villa 8. And this is a road that goes up to IPCU 24, 23, 25 and 26. 27 used to be the IPCU unit, as I said, had a bowling green up there. And this was the road that it used to take to go to Bangour General Hospital. The bus used to come up here. We'll see a bus stop in a minute. There we go, front of Villa 7, that was the entrance, and there. Where this camera is, you can see that red thing there, that is where there used to be an old shed, an old wooden house that originally was the train station for Bangour, and they moved it up here, and it was for the gardeners when they moved it. So this is Villa 8. Fortunately it's another dilapidated building. All the entrances are obviously fenced off now, can't get anywhere near the building. And here we have the bus shelter. Service 286, Eastern Scottish First bus used to come up here, serve the village and serve the General Hospital. Opposite here, as you can see, this is the rec hall and occupational therapy. Now occupational therapy I believe is now been knocked down, but I'll have a quick look at the rec hall. The Rec Hall is where they used to have dances a couple of times a year. One year when I was obviously staying here, my friend David Mercer, who was my next door neighbour, we were asked to do the door for the Christmas dance, which we loved, and it gave us some leeway because we managed to get the keys when the place wasn't being used, and when the snow was thick on the ground in Bangour, we used to come in here, put up 2 tables at either end of the hall and play long shooty. We used to do many hours whining away playing long shooty together. They were using the Rec Hall for police training, I believe, at one time. But the parquet flooring it now is in a bit of a sorry state as well. So there's an entrance round that side, 2 entrances here and there. And one there. Round the corner here, this is where I'll show you what's left of it, which is not a lot. It's occupational therapy used to be. That over there, that building, what's left of it, was part of the laundry. And here, where the skip is, that was actually my first job in that area. That was central kitchen. I worked cooking patients' meals here. There was also an Edwardian laundry just further down. Just about there. It's all been obviously cleared away now. And this is a path leading from the Rec Hall down to where the laundry was. That was the base of the laundry building. Back onto the main road that runs through Bangour village. Down here on the right is where the shop is. I used it quite a lot because it was only shop about. Either that I had to walk the Declan. It was easier to walk within the grounds of the hospital than out with it. I get a wee view of it. And we'll head up towards Villa 18, 19 and 20. And 21 is the one on the far side. And one of my neighbours was a staff nurse in 29. That's the shop as we walk round. I'll give you a quick look. This is the construction they're doing at the moment. Building an entrance into Bangour. The honeysuckle cottage is still there. That is the road to the boiler house and that, but I don't think we'll be going that way. sound focuses. There you go. There's Red Cross Medical Loan Depot and the TSSU, which have been knocked down as well. But there's the shop. I have put other videos on of years gone by when I had a lot more of the buildings were still here on my YouTube channel. You can see here's the sign for TSSU and that's what's left of it. Regular sandstone and all. And obviously this is the road that leads you around to Villa 18. So I'll have a look at that next. This is Villa 18. I believe this is the rehabilitation unit. Villas were split into male, female. Here we see up the hill. That's Villa 27. I think we walk past that shortly. There's the entrance to it. Down the corner. And there. That's Villa 19. Wee bus stop round here as well. It's actually 3 bus stops as I recall, 4 including the one at the entrance in the village, and then there was 3 bus stops I recall in the general. There's Villa 19. I think 18 was female, 19 male, 20 was female, and 21 was male, as far as I remember. Obviously with the fencing around it you can't get anywhere near. Before they didn't have all the boards on the windows, so you could actually have a wee peek inside and see inside of the wards. Unfortunately, due to mindless idiots, it's no longer an option. This is Villa 20. Impressive buildings, obviously built to last. You can obviously see where they've had to replace the wood with people trying to get in. Sad state of affairs. No. Villa 20. And that is 21. It's when my friend used to work. And that's Villa 21. So much you can see right enough with the sun on my face. She used to call it the Mad Hatters. Obviously for those patients a little more eccentric than the rest. And this is why it's a far-flung villa in the hospital. Keep them away from everybody else. Suffered a fire a few years ago when it was closed. When you go up the hill now. Now we're halfway up the hill, that's Villa 21. Pan round. See Villa 20. In the background of it, Villa 19. I'm not high enough up to see A18. I'll carry on up to Villas 20, 21. This is near the top of the road. The Villas 27, 26, 25, 24 and 23 and 22 are all situated. Not exactly the same construction as the more permanent structures in the main part of the village. There's another overgrown bus stop. You see here, in fact, that power point. When I stayed here, there was one of the student nurses, a lot worse from Ware, decided after a pay-night disco in the general and the social club, came down in a car and wiped it out because we were out of power for a wee while. I'll not mention any names in case she ends up watching us. I think that was 28, I think, used to be there. Pulled it down and realised there was asbestos. It was 26. That was obviously the road up to Bangour General. Could be another bus shelter that's a bit goosed. Follow the road. Here's 27, that was IPCU. That was 25. Done a few shifts in IPCU, not only here but Royal Ed, a few hospitals in Glasgow. Carry on down the roads. Obviously the road looks quite narrow, but it's not really. It's just the overgrown trees and what have you. You can just make out a path on the right hand side there. That wee side road was going up to the back. There was a boiler house up there as well. Going around the back of there. See, that is a sign for the bowling green. Which was situated up there. As you can see, not much use for bowling anymore. Pretty wrecked by the look of it. Used to be a wee hut for the bowlers, just in that opening there between the trees. Up in there, it's all overgrown, but there was a entrance up to the superintendent's house, who used to be in charge of all the hospital. We're going to go back down this road, back down towards the church and the nurse's home. This is us coming back down the hill from the road I showed you, from Villa 7 up towards IPCU and the general hospital. This is still the main road. The turning on the left is the one that takes you up to the church and a nurse's home. We're going to go down in front of the administration block, Villas 1 and 2. So a glimpse of the back of it. We're going to have a look at the front. There you are, there's the church. And that's the road that goes up towards the church and the nurse's home. There you go. Along this road here, it takes us to administration. That's Villa 8 on the left. To my right, by these bushes, there might be able to see a wee path or a couple of steps. That used to take you down to the cricket pavilion and pitches, football pitches and cricket pitches, frequented quite often in the summer. Although we used to have, the lawns used to be really nice outside the nurse's home. We would see weddings quite a lot coming out of the church. Graduation day, we'd be all out drinking, having a laugh, playing football out in front of the nurse's home as well. You see the whole lot now has been fenced off. Wasn't like this until recently. Obviously the mindless idiots that came up here and destroyed a lot of it. There's the path and steps here. Show you it. That's what takes you down to the cricket pavilion now. Just have a quick look. There we go. see the path there. You will see the back of the boiler house when we get out here. You can hear the alarms of the automated warning system. If you stayed on this path, it goes all the way down to the boiler house. We'll just cut across here and get a quick look at what's left of the cricket pavilion. And all that there was the football pitches and cricket pitches. Look at it now. There you go. That is the cricket pavilion. That's the front of Villa 10, I pointed out earlier. And have a quick pan round. See a bit of, that's a building there. That's a boiler house. So we'll go back up and have a wee look at the front of Villa 1 and 2. Back up these steps up to the main part of the road. Back on the main road. So part of Villa 1 and 2. This is Villa 2. And there's more to see in a second. There you go. Villa 2 there. It says business management. And follow that. There you go. It's the main administration block in the middle. Other side is Villa 1. So my poor granny passed away. You see nurse management there. Administration, nursing administration block. And that's Villa 1 there. There you go. Villa 1 and 2 nurse management. It's round into Villa 1 there, covered by the trees. Fire exit on the side of the building. I don't know if you can see it. So try and zoom in. There we go. It's the fire exit. Road off to the right, you can see in front there. So when it goes down, which was the day hospital for a while, Villa 10. We're going to head back. The one in front of us you can see is Villa 9 again. The one I talked about at the beginning. A quick look in Villa 1.